Hi, my name is JRN Grant, and I am a journalism major. For my Journalism 108 project, I'm going to be taking a normal citizen and testing them on their objectivity. Now, I'll provide them with 5 scenarios, and they'll have to give me 5 leads, and I'll rate the leads 1 through 5 on objectivity. Now, before we get into that, I'm going to ask them a couple of questions about what news they like and whether they like their news to be objective, like what resources they like to get their news from.
I like objective news because I like to make my decision based off of factual information that I was given. I usually get most of my information through social media like Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram.
Okay, so before we started, I basically had to give Pedro a rundown of journalism and tell him that the primary purpose of journalism is to provide citizens with the information they need to be self-governing. So basically, just be objective. Okay, so we started off with scenario 1, which was December 2nd, a man crashed into a train. 3 people died due to the crash. The man survived. Alcohol was found in the man's vehicle.
All right, what did you come up with?
On December 2nd, an intoxicated man with alcohol in his car crashed into a train, killing 3 people.
Okay, so for the first lead that was created, I would give him a 2-star because he gave the information, but he kind of created information also because I gave him the information that alcohol was in the vehicle, but he assumed that the man was intoxicated.
Scenario 2. After John accused Bob of playing loud music and Bob denied it, John punched him in the face. They later found out that Bob was 2 weeks off of his prescribed medication.
What did you come up with?
Bob was outside playing a lot of music, so John confronts him, which escalates due to John's carelessness of taking his prescribed medication.
Okay, so for the second one with Bob and John, I would give him a 3-star on that one because he did include all the information, but he also made another assumption that the reason that it happened was because John was 2 weeks off of his medication, and he's also said that he was careless with his medication. Instead of letting the reader make their decision, he tried to give them one.
Scenario 3. Donald Trump called the female Democratic politician a turtle. He expressed that she gave him turtle vibes.
Okay, what did you come up with?
Donald Trump calls Democrat a turtle on Twitter after feeling turtle vibes.
All right, so for the third one, he got a 5-star on that one. It wasn't really nothing to assume or create on that one. He just gave the information as needed.
Scenario 4. An MSU student was put on academic probation after the teacher claims he caught him cheating. The board hasn't decided if he could stay or not. The boy says he'll take the school to court for discrimination. He said the teacher doesn't like him because he's Jewish.
Did you come up with?
A boy sues MSU for discrimination after he's kicked out for cheating, claiming his teacher doesn't like him because he's Jewish.
For scenario 4, I would give him I'll give him a 3-star on that one. I can't give him a 5 because he said that the boy was kicked out the school. He was on academic probation, which still means you were in the school. But yeah, I give him a 3-star on that one.
Scenario 5. A woman has confirmed that she wants to take her ex-boyfriend to court and put him in jail for punching her. She has pictures and bruises while the boyfriend has denied all accusations and claims that her evidence is fake.
Okay, so for the last scenario, I'll give him a 3-star on that one too because he gave all the information, but then again, he put his own twist on it. He said that the man said she did it to herself. He said the evidence was fake, but he didn't necessarily say she did it to herself. Okay, what did you come up with?
Women with evidence of domestic violence goes to court with man who claims she did it to herself.
The purpose of this activity was to give the participant 5 scenarios, which are basically just information put together. The information didn't necessarily connect, but it was given to make him try to connect it. So it encourages you to be more opinionated. So it's basically testing his objectivity. Activity was also related to Daniel Boorstin's book, The Image, because in the book, they talked about pseudo events, which were events that were staged or not 100% authentic. Now, I was giving him information that was broad, and he was forced to create information that wasn't like 100% authentic because he was giving broad information, and then he had to find a way to connect it. He wanted a way to connect it, so it was forcing him to create events instead of reporting like the true information.
Now, I found this article on theatlantic.com that's kind of like a review of Daniel Borston's book, The Image, and they talk about how when you receive information, you kind of create your own story if you can't really get one out of the information that was given to you. Now, in this article, it says the image is, in Daniel Borston's conception, both literal and figurative. And then a few sentences later, it says the image strictly is a replica of reality, be it a movie or a news report or a poster of Monet's water lilies. That manages to be more interesting and dramatic and seductive than anything reality could hope to be. The image is the spectacle that is most spectacular when it is watched on TV. It is the press conference and the press release, the media events that finds news being created rather than simply reported. Now, in the book, he describes Fuego events as the thicket of unreality which stands between us and the facts of life.
Okay, so this activity relates back to just the facts of the book we were assigned, because just like in the book, in the game, we were searching for objectivity, but it was obviously unattainable. And in the book, it stated that even though objectivity is unattainable, it's still a major goal for journalists.
Now, just the facts on page 10, David Mitchell says, although many journalists reject the idea of pure objectivity, they still strive for it, define themselves by it, and practice what one media critic has called the ritual of objectivity, a series of professional routines designed to shield journalists from blame and legal actions. In other words, objectivity is for many journalists a goal. Journalists often say that they cannot be completely objective, but they still try nonetheless. Pure objectivity might not exist, said Sidney Grusin of the New York Times, but you have to strive for it anyway. One journalist told me that objectivity was not attainable, but like the North Star, was a fixed mark to help journalists stay on the right course. We can also connect this back to the book Like Wars, because in the book Like Wars, they said, we're now seeing a new form of gaslighting, perpetrated repeatedly and successfully through social media on a global stage. In the words of writer Lauren Duca, facts become interchangeable with the opinions building us into arguing against each other as our very reality is called into question.